Hey, this is Ian for Group Talk Summary, January 15th. Today we talk about recommended movies, and I know I got some recommendations, so I know I will be going home and downloading 12 Angry Men, I think, and Good Will Hunting and Toy Story 3. Some words we learned today. First one, abrupt, which means kind of is a mix between sudden and fast. So mostly it means shorter than expected, very quick. So for example, his introduction was very abrupt. I still don't know anything about him. Or like we were talking about in movies today, if something is happening in the movie and then suddenly quickly changes to the next scene, then that's a very abrupt change. Okay, second word we learned, spread. Spread, first meaning just to grow out. So for example, like I said it in the group talk, you spread butter on bread. The flu spread. So my example sentence, the flu usually spreads more quickly in the winter. And actually it's not because it's colder, it's because people are inside together more often. I read that. That's in statistic, which is our next keyword, statistic. Statistic is a fact, a numerical fact, a number fact. So for example, here is an interesting statistic. Over 85% of the world population live north of the equator. The equator is the middle, this part of the earth, the middle. So 85% of the world's people live in the northern hemisphere, north of the equator. It's pretty surprising. Some mistakes I heard today, pretty common stuff, past tense, and things like a and the being forgotten. So one of the past tense mistakes was, what is your time? But of course that happened last week, so the question should be, what was your time? And then here's just a way to word it. So somebody didn't know how to say 2.5 hours. They did their best, but they ended up saying 2 hours half or something like that. So yeah, whenever we have half, it's 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5 hours, 3.5 pizzas, 3.5, I don't know, 3.5 people, whatever. So yeah, there you go. So thank you all for coming once again, and I'll see you at the next group talk. Bye-bye.